So, on the Prince of Persia title font, did you guys know that the actual capital letter R is just a P with a serif attached to it, whereas the small case R is actually a capital case R?
I mean, it's got a lot of other problems, like, there's this random-ass symbol of, like, Altair down there, and you can't do a $sign, but, you know, details.
God help you if you need to talk about the economy in the Prince of Persia font.
Well, I mean, I think we can all agree that this is the most appropriate venue for that.
It sure is. Elika just Goomba stomped you.
Yeah, that would kind of be hilarious if, like, she comes down on you, the screen slowly fades to black and, like, wasted comes up in the GTA font.
Actually, it's good that she just kind of... I guess we should have expected that she would just bounce right off, because the prince is really thick-headed.
Also, you fucked up the insta-kill on that one. Good job, Artix.
I did. Sorry, I'm the worst.
You know what this game needs is more combat.
Well, it's important for them to repeat this fight over and over so that you're prepared for the real thing.
I guess that's true. At least the fighting animations are good.
I love the fact that apparently, according to Elika, this thing is also a woman, too.
It's not very shapely. Don't make fun of its body type, okay?
How many I've finished?
Let's go on.
And you say, right now is the point at which I was like, oh, there's the light seeds that I missed. So, naturally, I'm going to immediately stop and go get them.
Great!
Or not.
I thought you were just gonna jump off and kill yourself. That's what I would have done.
I'm still quite surprised that when you made that initial jump onto the platform, it honestly looked like Elika just threw you off into space, and yet somehow you landed on it perfectly.
Yeah, that was one of the trap jumps, because I did that jump in the last video, and, like, a regular jump from the wall, you just miss the platform.
I'm glad the game gives you good indication of that, so that you know what jumps you can make and not make before you take them.
Oh my. So anyway, this is the introduction of the blue plates.
What do the blue plates do?
Well, we'll be seeing very soon.
Okay, I am excited for the new hell we have just entered into.
Well, actually, first Elika's going to tell us about this area.
I'll wake up from all this.
It was beautiful. I used to play here as a child. Sometimes I'd spend the night at the top.
Were you
There weren't as many pits in the floor back then.
Dreams were all I had time for. The fertile ground is at the top. We can use that plate to get to the next level, where a mechanism will allow us to go further.
To get to the next level, huh?
Well, okay, meanwhile, back at the temple.
You really should have done a Star Wars wipe instead of a clock wipe there.
Light and the royal palace.
Well, let's go get our final power.
Let's try.
So, this is the Hand of Ormazd. And, you might notice that it bears a striking similarity to the Step of Ormazd. This is completely coincidental, I assure you.
Yes, I'm sure it's definitely a totally coincidental similarity, and not because the developers were running out of ideas.
Well, at the very least, it's another one of these automated ones where, like, you don't have to go through all that bullshit of, okay, like, press left or right not to die, and you've got 2.5 seconds or, like, 0.2 seconds to correctly guess your angle. Oh, fuck off, Ahriman.
I will be free.
Oh yeah, I remember juggling that guy in combat.
Yeah, that's always an interesting way to meet your brand new girlfriend, by beating the shit out of her dad.
Father!
Yeah, I know.
Speaking of which...
But it's okay now, because he's, like, half covered in corruption and shit, so we're totally justified in being the shit out of him now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, speaking of which, it's time to beat the shit out of her dad again.
That's fine. I like doing that.
Also, yeah, holy shit, this guy is fucked up now.
I see not wearing shoes runs in the family.
Yeah, so it turns out that the whole selling your soul to Armin to bring your daughter back to the back from the dead, yeah, maybe not the wisest transaction.
Why's that?
Because he's now basically become the fifth corrupted.
Is that a negative? I don't know. He seems like he's having fun.
Yeah, I was gonna say depends, really. It's like, for better or worse, like, at least Araman fucking shows up in the game, or Maz can't even be asked to put in an appearance. And,
Oh,
okay,
well,
bye.
see ya.
Maybe as we heal the lands, your father will recover.
You don't believe that.
No, I don't.
Wow, thanks, Nolan.
I mean, he could have at least pretended to give a shit.
Like, I legit fucking love the writing in this game sometimes.
So I hope you like the concubine,
I don't, actually.
because we're gonna be hearing a whole fucking lot of her.
Great.
There.
It's better than a whole lot of fucking her. Ho-ho! Hey-oh! Hey-oh, she's a demon! Hey-oh! Probably don't want to have sex with a demon. Anyway,
You should put these in across the rest of the kingdom.
this is a good spot to put in that line that I said before we started the episode.
What have
Oh look, we're gonna do the Elika's captured again gimmick. Isn't that great?
I'll follow when I can.
Is this real, or are we still in a dream, Snake Eater?
catch me if you can?
There's only one way to go. We can catch you.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, her saying "catch me if you can" implies that you're chasing her, but not really, considering there's only one path.
And considering the fact that she just stands there in a fixed position and waits for you to get to her.
She's just toying with you, man. Women do that, at least according to Ubisoft.
What the fuck was that noise?
Find me, little man.
Oh, she was just fucking with us.
It was actually my consciousness screaming in pain because I'm just so riveted by this repeated gimmick.
It's like, you'd think after doing this like twice now, the Prince and Elika would have learned a thing or two, but nope. We've still got 3 or 4 more times of this bullshit.
What are your dreams?
Ah, that's fine.
What fantasy?
So yeah, this is not the way to go. This is the way forward, but we can't do this without Elika. And I realized that about halfway over to the plate.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes!
Whoops.
Eat a dick. Eat a big fat dick.
Nice try, but wrong again.
I'm free.
But see, if we had come back to get Elika, now we're okay to continue.
Thank goodness.
Riches, sweet, tender kisses. Power, strength. Close your eyes.
All of the above and a donkey.
Then we shall taste your dreams together.
Also, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the only point when he's actually ever referred to as the Prince in-game.
And you.
I don't know if that's like 100% true, but I'm fairly certain that she would certainly be the only one that would.
We are not so.
Is he really a prince of Persia though? Even metaphorically speaking.
It's debatable, like, you do get a little bit of his backstory, like,
She lives in a
I think it might be random or, like, in the Veil, but, like, it's sort of implied that he is of royal descent.
My god.
Yeah, part of basically another fallen royal family like Elika is.
He might literally be a prince of Persia.
Yeah, but it's never outright confirmed just because the prince is such a goddamn effusive jackass, and nice job, Artix.
Well, now he's a dead jackass. Gotta watch that timing, Prince, otherwise you'll get goop on you. And as Crow and I learned in Dead Space, you don't want to touch the goop. Getting gribblies all over you, that's just not fun.
Well, you know, these are some very difficult timing puzzles, so I hope you'll forgive me.
Anyway, I certainly do forgive.
They say the best revenge is living well, and I am quite well with you fucking up spectacularly, Arctic, so yes, thank you.
Oh great, you get to do all that again!
Yep.
Now I feel like an idiot for taunting you.
Yep. This is the reason why the video is 20 minutes, people.
I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like she might actually repeat the voice clips. Like, if you go through the relevant section more than once.
Just reminding you, your dreams mean nothing, in case you didn't hear it the last time.
Something, dreams, hammer.
Paint, canvas, little man. He's not really even that short. If anything, he's a little bit tall.
True, but you've also got to remember, like, the concubine is like 7.5 feet tall.
I guess that is true. Maybe she was talking about his confidence, as Artix messes up these jumps, you know. That doesn't make any sense, in any way. First of all, illusions don't have substance, and second of all, neither do dreams. So that statement is, at best, illogical, and at worst, completely nonsensical.
It's like, I feel that she's just sort of working to get up to the point where she just flat out says, I have bigger tits than her.
You know, that might be what she's working up to.
Yeah, that's just gonna be the final, like the concubine's lair is just gonna literally be, so, Prince, how about we get down and fuck?
well, if you insist. And Elika's like, oh, brother.
Where is she?
Just waiting for my prince.
Of Persia, 2008.
Well, she's gonna be waiting a while, because, like, we're going, what, into year 2 of this LP now?
Generations of the Prince of Persia Let's Play. I was gonna say that, like, they'll be on Prince of Persia 750 by the time we finish, but the series is dead, so no they won't.
So yep, I hope everybody's excited. It's another concubine fight.
It's a cool looking fight, and that's what's important, unless you're playing it.
Yeah, this one is largely identical to the first one, so yeah.
Great!
Yeah, she's a little quicker on the draw with some of her moves, but yeah, by and large, like, we're not gonna really see her unveil her complete dickishness until, like, the next 2 stages.
No, the veil was a couple of videos ago. This is the Royal Palace, Crow.
God damn it.
I'm beginning to feel sorry for Ahriman. I mean, he's been trapped with her for 1,000 years?
You know what? Fair enough. Fair enough, Prince.
Yeah, that's why Ahriman was bargaining so much with Elika's dad, like, Jesus, please, let me out of here.
You have no idea the 4 assholes I have been stuck in a tree with.
Can you believe these people?
Like, what, you just want your daughter back? Jesus, here, snap my fingers. Done.
Now go get parried a little bit. Get juggled.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, you missed the scene of, like, the prince and Elika, like, just barely make it out of the temple. Meanwhile, like, Ahriman emerges from the pit and just, like, literally kicks, like, the alchemist, the concubine, and the warrior and the hunter right out into their respective areas. Just launches them right across the fucking sky.
You better not give up. There's no way you're gonna look so good if you end up covered in corruption.
Why is you in quotations? Is it like the metaphorical you? Is it the royal you?
Oh, don't tell me you don't know.
They can't do italics in the,
who didn't know she was
in the subtitles.
I've never met a man who used
It's supposed to be
flattery to
emphatic.
something.
You have such a suspicious mind.
Yeah, Elika, can't a prince just compliment a lady on her looks? Awkwardly at the top of a very tall tower in the middle of a world-ending crisis?
Much as I hate to break the dream, how do we get out of here?
We'll have to go down the outside of the tower. I think we can get out over there.
So, I mean, you would think that, with an elevator right there, that we could just go back down. But no. That's not how this game works.
It sure would be nice, though.
You see, that's the thing. Like, this is the flaw of the Horus plan. There's no call button up at the top of the elevator.
You agree with
So,
the concubine on
it's
that?
gone back down to the lobby, and we have no way of accessing it again.
You gotta wait until someone else comes up, and it could be thousands of years before that happens.
But yeah, like, seriously, have a look at this place. It's super cool.
But what a good looking area, except for that brown spot with the god rays shining down that just kinda ruins the view.
So yeah, getting down is a huge fucking pain in the ass.
It is, especially if you're not a dancer.
It's... God fucking damn it. But I was gonna say, yeah, especially if you want to get the light seeds, too, because... Surprise, surprise, you have to go back up the goddamn tower another 1 or 2 times.
There are light seeds in both directions now, so you've gotta go... Oh, this game is good.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a green power plate that'll let us go back up, but...
But from back up, you can't get back inside.
Yeah, and you've also got to go back up and around the tower inside, too, to get the light seeds inside it.
Rock Me Amadeus is a very strange music choice, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
Well, I'm just glad that I can appeal to your musical tastes, CJX.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I do have to say, Artix, it's about time that we've classed this up a little bit with some, actual classical music.
No. Oh, that's pretty good. That's... Okay. Imagine me doing the revolver ocelot gesture. You're pretty good, Crow.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, fuck that guy. He didn't stand a chance.
Finally, you got one.
So, yeah, these seeds.
Yup.
Yup.
Eat a death jump.
Like I said, for the most part, if it looks like you need to kill yourself, then you're probably just missing... You probably don't have the angle right, or you're missing a jump somewhere. That one, I legitimately don't know what the fuck you're supposed to do.
Listen, sometimes when you're playing a game, the game is just like, hey, fuck you, buddy, and you have no choice but to accept it. With a smile, Artix. Always with a smile.
Also, again, you can't just slide down. That's, no. What you have to do is you have to go over here to these conveniently placed poles and fall just as far.
How the fuck do you get that one?
Well, I'm glad you asked, CJX. Let's go up the tower again to demonstrate.
Great, let's do it.
And of course, we're sort of, missing the obvious bit here, but, once you get back up to the top of the tower, if you try to decide, okay, that elevator shaft thing, it's got a perfectly nice flat surface that we can just sort of grind down with the, the infinite grabber claw. Nope, you can't. It's a bottomless pit the second you go about 10 feet down it.
Oh, great.
It's almost like this area is not particularly well designed.
It is almost like that.
But it's not actually that. But it's almost like that.
Yeah, this is what we in the business call... It's got some issues.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say, this is what we in the industry call bad.
Yeah, this is what we in the industry call, it's a motherfucking mess. Fix it, goddammit.
Well, that's the thing about video games. It's a little bit too late. You're about 8 years too late to say that. Well, anywhere between 8 and 37 years late, depending on when this video goes up.
Hey, excuse me, I have a very strict schedule that I keep to. This video will be going up in exactly 1 week from when we are recording this.
Well, one of us has to, and I'm glad it's not me.
Same here. Wait, fuck!